Ben Shapiro was recently on an episode of Family Guy where they mocked him. We're going to play the clip. Hopefully, we don't get copyrighted, but if we do, well, then you probably won't even see this. But here is that clip of Ben Shapiro on Family Guy.
Hey, look, did you see this? Your book, Faster Than the Speed of Love, is back on the shelves.
Really?
Nice. With a new foreword by Ann Coulter.
Less noise.
And a very foreword by Lauren Boebert.
When I'm not rubbing my hand over a tinted khaki, I'm curled up with a copy of Brian Griffin's excellent book. And does anyone know how Beetlejuice the musical ends? Oh, my book is being co-opted by the right. It's gross.
And it's selling. It's #2 on the neo-Nazi bestseller list, behind Ben Shapiro's Tyranny, How the Radical Left Made Me Bad at Sex.
Oh, God. It's that kid and his dog again. Never as good as The Simpsons, not nearly as smart as South Park. I wonder how Seth still writes this from inside the closet.
Hey, look, did you see this?
We're going to play this one more time.
At sex.
Oh, God. It's that kid and his dog again. Never as good as The Simpsons, not nearly as smart as South Park. I wonder how Seth still writes this from inside the closet.
Ben posted that. He goes, "Happy to hear I was on Family Guy last night, but bummed the entire scene didn't make the cut. So watch to the end of the clip. By the way, my new book, Lions and Scavengers, is coming out 9/2, and you'll be #3. Dumb dog." So he's taking it with a sense of humor. That's good. What are people in the comments saying? I find it fascinating how Seth MacFarlane makes one of the funniest shows with plenty of humor, where many of it essentially would be deemed anti-woke and even anti-left, yet he's such a huge leftist and Biden fan. I mean, this is true. And I'm not somebody that agrees with Ben Shapiro anymore. I used to be a huge fan, but then October 7th happened and he completely abandoned everything that was America first and specifically became an Israeli propaganda machine. However, I think it is, just like that commenter, I think it is fascinating how Seth MacFarlane is hilarious and he's able to make fun at lots of people, yet he still carries water for the Democratic Party. I do think that is a little bit odd. Something else a commenter said, is the voice Ben's voice, or did they imitate? Really well done. Another comment, nobody wants to read your shitty book. I mean, this is true. Somebody else talks about Seth MacFarlane. They said, Seth's 2008 approach of digging at the right from an established DNC lens has been nauseating. The McCain-Palin pin on the Nazi uniform was when the show fell off, in this guy's opinion. Makes zero sense. An establishment/pro-free trade Republican, and he calls him a Nazi. No fan of John McCain, but the comparison just didn't make any sense. And I mean, Seth MacFarlane is just another mainstream Democrat. We know this. He'll go on Bill Maher and he'll be on the left of Bill Maher, which it's really easy to be on the left of Bill Maher. Like, he's basically a neocon now. Basically. But even then, you still see Seth being to Bill Maher's left when he's talking about different things, different topics, different issues, he's like pushing back from the left. And so, I mean, this was really funny. Like I said, I'm really not a fan of Ben Shapiro anymore. I don't really respect him that much. He's an Israeli propaganda machine, or at least he's part of the Israeli propaganda machine. But yeah, this was funny. And the voice was like spot on.